Hello and welcome to My Report, East Mojo's daily evening news bulletin update. We bring you the biggest and latest happenings from east and northeast of India. I'm Simran Bajaj. I'll be your host for today and also giving you updates from Assam. We are being joined by our state correspondents. We have Irani Sonwal Lacha from Arunachal Pradesh, Wangamla Salikapai from Manipur, Medrolino Ambrosia from Nagaland, and Chandan Pandey from Tripura. So let's start today's show. First of all, let's go to Medrolino from Nagaland. And Meadow, can you give us the latest COVID-19 updates?
Yes, thank you, Simran. So I'm first of all going to start with the new cases that have been detected here in Nagaland today. So 61 new cases have been reported today, and as per the district-wise distribution, 30 of them are from Dimapur, 24 are from Kohima, 2 are from Zunheboto, and 1 is from Mokokchung. And the health department also gave us a sector-wise classification of the positive cases. And out of these persons, 61 persons who tested positive, 30 of them are from the armed forces. 14 are persons through trace contacts, 9 are returnees, and 8 are frontline workers. So they've also given a district-wise distribution of this sector-wise classification of positive cases. And for the armed forces, the highest is in Kohima, where 22 of them have tested positive and 8 are from Dimapur. So far, the traced contacts are concerned. 11 are from Dimapur, 2 are from Zunheboto, and 1 is from Kohima. Now, for the returnees, 7 are from Dimapur, and 1 each is from Kohima and Mokokchung. And all the 8 frontline workers who have tested positive today are all from Dimapur district. I'd also like to give a very brief analysis of the positive cases in the past 2 days where we did not go live. So with here in the state of Nagaland, in the past 2 days, 72 new cases of COVID-19 were detected here in the state. But the good news here, Simran, is that although the new cases were 72, the recovered cases surpassed the number of active cases in these 2 days. So number of recovered cases in the past 2 days was 224. We're yet to get the updates, the recovered updates for today. But that is it. However, overall, if we are to see, the number of recovered cases is still below the number of active cases, and active cases continue to surpass the recovered cases. And the recovery rate in the state currently, without today's new recovered cases, is 41.16%. Also, with the addition of the 61 new cases, the state's tally has spiked up to 3,455 confirmed cases. Out of these, 2,019 of them are active, 1,422 are recovered cases, 6 persons have migrated, and 7 are COVID-19 related death. So the other person not mentioned in the tally is a COVID-19 death, but not due to COVID-19, so it has not been added to the tally, although 8 deaths have been reported here in the state. Also, overall, here in Nagaland, out of the 3,455 confirmed cases, most of the cases come from the armed forces. So a total of 1,511 armed forces has tested positive. Also, the returnees comprise of 1,177 of them. So far, 223 frontline workers have tested positive. Also, 490 persons through trace contacts tested positive, and the rest are 54 others who tested positive. Like I mentioned, the others are those who cases related to the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, the Raj Bhavan, and also those excluding the returnees. And I also want to mention that the youngest case, positive case here in Nagaland is a 5-month-old baby. So the health department informed that the baby is asymptomatic, and so far the oldest case is concerned is 94%. But very fortunately, we've also reported the 94-year-old man have recovered from COVID-19 last month. And as per last week's bulletin, the positivity rate here in the state of Nagaland is 6.7. And if we are to see the age-wise distribution, majority of the cases are between 18 to 44 years, and most cases are asymptomatic. So that's for the COVID updates from Nagaland. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Meadow. And now we would like to get the latest updates from Chandan from Tripura. So Chandan, can you give us the COVID-19 updates?
Yes, Simran, thank you. So in last 24 hours, Tripura has reported a total of 124 COVID-19 positive cases. Also to inform our viewers that in last 48 hours we didn't came live since Monday to Friday we come live. So in last 48 hours, a total of 10 persons have lost their life fighting COVID-19 virus, and most of them were above 65 years age, and they also had some comorbidity due to which they succumbed to this COVID-19 virus. And also to inform that the total number of confirmed cases as of now stands at 7,219 in the state, of which the total number of recovered cases now in the state stands at 5,286, while the number of active cases in the state now stands at 1,856. So this is the total number and the tally which we give every day. I just also like to add that we have seen that a number of political parties have now started questioning the government, since we have also discussed that earlier. We also got a question from our viewer that when the government will pay compensation to the kings of the deceased. So the government had though said earlier that they are processing the file and the matter which was discussed earlier in the cabinet, that around 10 lakh rupees will be paid to the family members of the deceased. So far, not a single penny has been paid from the state government, although the government has not denied that they will pay compensation which was announced by the government in the month of March, if I'm not wrong. So the government is holding discussion. The government is planning. The file is in the process. This is what we have been told by the law minister, who also happens to be the spokesperson for the cabinet, Mr. Ratan Lal Nath. So this is something which is going on in the state right now. And to give a detailed brief about the test per million that the state has now, as per the bulletin that I have received last evening, it says that the state tests around 54,926 sample per million, while the mortality rate stands at 0.84. So we are almost about to touch 1%, which is really close to the national level. National level was around 1.26 last week when Ratan Lal Nath informed us in a press conference. So Tripura's mortality rate is increasing with every single day, since in last 48 hours the state registered around 10 COVID-related death, which also includes one more suicide case. And one more thing that I would like to say here in the live is that most of the officials are now tight-lipped. They are not ready to say a single word. They are not ready to utter a single word. They, whenever we call them, one thing that we get to hear from them is only a director or a secretary level officer can brief us, because the state government knew that something like this will be happening in a month or so, because the number of death has increased in the state, and this is the reality. And the government had known that something like this will happen when a situation like a global pandemic takes place. So the government, what they did was they announced through an order that only a DGP level police officer and a secretary level officer will be able to give a brief to the media person. And in the district, a district magistrate can give a brief to the media person. So now what happens is, whenever there is an incident, we try to get the information, and the best source person is the person who is concerned with the department at the grassroots level. So now, with the number of deaths and the number of cases increasing in the state, the officials are tight-lipped and they are not ready to speak, and we have no other option to just wait for the press conference when the minister feels like he will brief the media. Only then we get the information and the media bulletin which they provide us every evening. So this is something coming out of COVID-19, simple.
Thank you for that detailed update, Chandan. And now, so the Chakma community has observed Black Day. Tripura, can you tell us more about that?
Yes, Simran. So Chakma National Council of India, they have been observing this Black Day since 2016 last. So today in a press conference which held at Kanchanpur in North District, the spokesperson Anirudh Chakma, he said that they have been observing this Black Day since 2016 because there have been a series of attack and injustice towards this Chakma community since 1947 when India got independence, and that Chittagong Hill Trek, where around 98% of Chakma community people and mostly most of the people belonging to Buddha community and Hindu community used to live there when we all were in India. But then in 1947, with the partition, the Chittagong Hill Trek came under East Pakistan. There was a demand from the Chakma leaders. There was a series of clash between the minority and the Buddha people living over there. And recently, what they have also alleged now is that by the Rohingyas coming into Bangladesh, they are being given place in Chittagong Hill Trek, which is yet again taking a series of clash between two communities. They have been demanding to come back to India, and not just to come back to India. They want that Chittagong Hill Trek to be included in the part of India. They also said that in 1947, when India got independence, one of their leader, he also hosted a national flag, Indian tricolor flag there in Chittagong Hill Trek. But due to some misunderstanding between the Indian and the Pakistani leaders in 1947, that specific area, which had more than 98% of non-Muslim population, came in East Pakistan, while but there was a demand that they wanted to be a part of India. They still have the demand, but what we see, a number of Chakma community people who are now spread in across Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur. In many states, we can find them. In 1980s, there was a clash between the two communities, following which more than 50,000 people had entered in Northeast. And later, although the government took joint initiative, both the government of India and government of Bangladesh, and a number of people were sent back to their land, that is in Chittagong Hill Trent. But their demand for inclusion in India and in Tripura remains permanent, because they have said that during the time of the Manikya dynasty, they were paying tax to the to the Manikya dynasty, and when it became India, they wanted to be a part of India, but due to the demarcation and the independence of India and Pakistan, they came under Pakistan and now in Bangladesh. So this is something coming out of this Chakma Black Day. Simran.
Thank you for that detailed update, and thank you for giving us the background so that our viewers can understand better what the issue is, Chandan. And in the last update from Tripura, this is regarding former Indian skipper who just recently announced that he is retiring from international cricket. So this is about MS Dhoni's retirement. So Tripura has wished MS Dhoni did not miss his flight to Agartala in 2001. So can you please tell our viewers what this is about?
Yes, Simran. So this is something very much important, and maybe most of the people who are a big fan of Dhoni, they already know this. That in 2001, when MS Dhoni was he got his first break in the League Trophy. He was selected in the East Zone, and he was supposed to catch a flight from Kolkata to Agartala in 2001. So back then he was a player, local player in his Ranchi city, you know. So when he got his first break, he was selected in the East Zone. He was asked to join his team members in Kolkata. He had missed his last train from Ranchi to Kolkata, and he decided to come all the way to Kolkata, riding all night with his friends, his senior brothers. We have seen the movie which featured Sushant Singh Rajput. There it is given. So when he finally reached Kolkata, he found that the flight for Agartala had already left. And here, Deep Das Gupta had replaced him in Tripura when the match was going on between the South Zone and East Zone for the League Trophy in 2001. So, speaking with the senior journalist, Mr. Sarju Chakraborty, who also happens to be the Joint Secretary for Tripura State Council, Tripura Sports Council. So he said that he have been covering all the World Cup and FIFA World Cup, everything. So he said that he have had opportunity to meet with MS Dhoni at his very first match in Bangladesh, when he opened and he did a 0 against Bangladesh, and also he also happened to be present in his last World Cup match where he finished off in style. This is what our tagline has become now. So he says that MS Dhoni has been very cool, calm. He always backed his player. Whenever there was a press conference, he never lost his calmness. He always answered with patience. Whenever there was a hard time in the team or any player went through a hard time, he backed those players. He himself came in the front and he took all the responsibility on himself. This is why he's the only Indian captain who probably in the last 10 to 12 years has grown like anything. And today, where he is, I think he said that I think nobody else can become next MS Dhoni. We might get Virat Kohli, we might get another Sachin Tendulkar, but we may never get another MS Dhoni. So this is what Mr. Sarju Chakraborty in a moment sharing with East Mojo, he said this. The copy is already live and our viewers can read it at www.eastmojo.com. Simran.
Thank you for that detail. And like Chandan has already mentioned, the copy is live on our website, and viewers can definitely read that on www.eastmojo.com. And now I would like to give our viewers the COVID-19 updates from Assam. So yesterday, this is as per the last night's update given out by the State Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma on Twitter. So yesterday, 1,317 new cases were detected in the state, and 1,929 people were discharged. And the state recorded 7 new deaths yesterday, which has taken the COVID-19 related death toll to 189 in Assam. Now, when we talk about the total number of reported cases in the state, so taking into account yesterday's developments, it's at 76,875 total reported cases of COVID-19 infection. And by the growth at which we are going, which the state is going, I think in the next 2 days, Assam will have crossed 80,000 mark, or at least touched it. And then the total number of discharged people in the state stand at 55,215 people. Active cases are at 21,468. Total deaths are at 189, and 3 people have migrated to other states. Now, when we talk about the number of tests that were conducted and the positivity rate versus the districts with the highest cases as per the updates given last night. So it was Kamrup Metro, which recorded the highest number of cases with 233 cases of the COVID-19 infection, followed by Kachar district with 161 cases, and then by Dibrugarh, which had 133 cases of COVID-19. And yesterday, the positivity rate in the state stood at 6.46%. This is quite the high number. Like I've always been informing our viewers that if the positivity rate stays below 5%, that's the ideal positivity rate that the country and the state is working towards. And now this is almost 1.5% more than what's desirable. So that's a little matter of concern. And when we talk about the number of cases, tests conducted yesterday in the state. So yesterday, 20,367 COVID-19 tests were conducted yesterday. And if we take the cumulative figure, total tests conducted in Assam as per the latest updates that we have till yesterday is at 17,25,893. And with that, the tests per million in Assam, per million population in Assam is at 50,328, which is quite the good figure. And that's a very good figure when we talk about the tests per million in Assam. And to give you more details about plasma donation in the state so far and people in quarantine. So number of people in institutional quarantine facility is 3,547, and number of people tracked to be in home quarantine is 1,99,572. And when we talk about plasma donation, so total number of plasma donors in the state is 266, of which, giving a breakup, 224 have been donated at Guwahati Medical College and Hospital, 9 at Tezpur Medical College and Hospital, 5 in Assam Medical College Hospital in Dibrugarh, 12 in Jorhat Medical College and Hospital, and 16 in Silchar Medical College and Hospital. So that's about plasma. And like we already know that Assam is accepting, willing to bring in donors from outside, plasma donors from outside as well. And all the people in the state who are donating plasma are being named as plasma donors, as heroes, plasma donation heroes. And there are a lot of benefits that will come with that. So anyone willing to donate can call 104. And for people outside of Assam who want to donate plasma by coming into the state, they can call at this landline number, which is 0361 255 8955. And that's the COVID-19 updates from Assam. And now let's move on to Sally from Manipur. So Sally, since we're talking about COVID-19, can you please brief us about the state's latest updates?
Yes, thank you so much, Simran. Well, in the last 48 hours, the state has already reported 4 deaths related to COVID-19, the latest being the 48-year-old man from Imphal West today, where he was undergoing treatment at Chenim's hospital. And yes, unfortunately, he was not able to save from the COVID-19. But according to the health department, this man who died today was not only suffering from COVID-19, but he was also having some other multiple health issues related to like hypertension as well as kidney issues. So this is the latest report for the COVID deaths. So far, the pandemic has already claimed 17 precious lives from our state when it comes to COVID-related. So this is the report for the COVID-related death. Now, let me also give you the latest update. In the last 24 hours, another 118 persons have been infected with the virus, including 24 security personnel and 94 from the general population. So this is the first time where, returnees are not testing positive for COVID-19. So all the 94% from the general populations, according to the health department, is, they do not have a travel history to other states. So now, when it comes to the total COVID-19 in the state, it has reached to 4,687. This is the total confirmed cases for COVID-19. Along with the new infected cases, today another 102 infected persons who were receiving COVID treatment has been recovered. So the recovered rate has increased to 2,734. And active cases remain at 1,936. Out of these 1,936 active cases, 975 are from the general populations and 961 are from the security forces. And at the same time, the recovery rate has gone up to 58.33% as of today. Yesterday, during a health department meeting, they have decided that the state will be introducing a home isolation for COVID-19 patients, especially those who are asymptomatic or who has this very mild asymptomatic cases. However, this home isolation will not be given to all the patients. This will come under the priority. So especially those minors who are below 10 years old or babies or who is a pregnant woman, whose expectation for delivery is 1 month. So this specific category would be, availing for the home isolation if they wanted to opt for this. So this is the final decision that was taken yesterday, but the state haven't announced when they would be introducing this home isolation service to the COVID-19 patients. So right now, as we were talking about the active cases, 1,936 is the active cases. However, when it comes to the bedding capacity across the COVID care centers, we do not have, we are with the COVID care centers, we have the capacity is less than 2,000. So this is one of the reasons the state government initiated and trying to introduce this home isolation system for the COVID-19. So this is all I have when it comes to COVID-19 from Manipur. Simran.
Thank you for that update, Sally. Now, in other news, there's a controversy going around in Manipur regarding Chief Minister's Gallantry Awards. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, yes, it's a very unfortunate incident that, such a gallantry award from the chief minister has been given to one policeman who is being arrested, being accused for the truck case. So the gallantry award, which was given on August 13th, which happens to be the Veterans Day of Manipur, the award was given to a sub-inspector of Imphal East District, whose name is Beshamayum Dapsun Sun Singh. In fact, the story is already live on a website, but let me just give a brief about the story. So according to this, initially when the award was given, no one was highlighting, but yesterday the the All Manipur Students Union, who is the ABEX body of students union in Manipur, had a press conference and they highlighted these issues and, they demanded to the state government to intervene this specific award that was given to one of the accused on the truck case. So according to the report, this specific police sub-inspector was arrested in 2019, along with 10 more police personnel. They were caught carrying a lot of trucks, trafficking trucks, which is worth about rupees 3 crore. That's what it says in the international market. So initially, when this specific vehicle it happens to be a government vehicle, and they were on the way to the to Mored, which is one of the Myanmar border down to, which is towards the Manipur side. So they were arrested in 2013. Now, why this AMSU had highlighted yesterday was this specific police personnel supposed to be, because the case is still going on, and and then such award, such gallantry award is supposed to be given to those who do not have such kind of cases, or who do not have such a case against such personnel. So yesterday, when they highlighted these issues, it reaches to the notice has been reaches to the state government. So right after the notice was highlighted and the news was like completely viral on the social media, so the state government during emergency meeting, they cancelled the specific award that was given to the police sub-inspector. Not only that, but he has been suspended from his duty for the time being during the interrogations. So this is the latest report. Moreover, not only the sub-inspector has been suspected, but one more inspector from the specific Imphal East police stations has been suspended because according to the primary investigation, the specific Inspector Roshan is being liable for the lapse when it comes to recommending the awards for this specific calendar. So yes, unfortunately that such cases are happening, when we have such, as everybody knows, that there is a huge problem when it comes to truck case, which has been going on for the last couple of months. So yes, this has been happening, and today the opposition party Congress had an online press conference, and they are demanding the chief minister to be stepped down from the post of chief minister on moral grounds, because they are alleging that the state government is abusing the power rather than selecting the specific calendar award based on merit, but they are politically handpicked that specific policeman. So yes, definitely there is a lot of happening here, and this is in fact not only the truck issues, but this has done into a political development as well. And apart from this, I also wanted to mention that last week, another 6 Congress MLA had resigned from the Congress party. So yesterday, the chief minister, along with this 6 repelled Congress MLA, have gone to Delhi, but we are not, we don't have a specific information, the reason being of going to the Delhi, but there is a speculation that the 6 resigned MLAs from the Congress party likely going to join the BJP, and they might be, facilitated into the party in the center itself. So this is all I have when it comes to the truck issues and the political development from Manipur. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Sally. And before we come to an end for today's show, I would like to quickly give our viewers the COVID-19 updates from Mizoram. So in the last 24 hours, 12 new COVID-19 cases have been detected in the state, and 1 person has been cured and discharged. And with that, the cumulative figures for Mizoram stands at 289 total reported cases of COVID-19, of which 372 have been discharged. 417 are active COVID-19 cases, and 2 people have migrated to other states. And fortunately, Mizoram has not yet reported a single COVID-19 related death. So that's all for today. I would like to thank our viewers for constantly staying in touch with us from Monday to Friday. And this is my report by East Mojo. All the stories that we've discussed are already live on our website. You can log on to www.eastmojo.com and read all the stories. Further, we have a very active fact-checking team. So if you come across any piece of information or any video or any photo that seems unauthentic to you, please send it across. You can send it to our email ID, that is editor@eastmojo.com, or through our Facebook page, and we will definitely verify it for you and get back to you with the truth about what exactly is the story behind the content that you are sending us. Also, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or any other opinions, you can again write to us at editor@eastmojo.com. And with that, we come to a wrap for today's show. Please stay connected with us through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. This is Simran Bajaj signing off for today.